Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad. Take a look at your next 5 to 6 days and the tropics. Yes, the tropics are getting a little bit more active, and they should. We're heading on into the peak of hurricane season, which officially is about September 10th-ish. But we'll take a look at it for you. But temperature-wise, here on your Wednesday, notice most of the country pretty hot and humid, especially right here in the Central Plains, and it is just going to be uncomfortable. Heat indices will be well into the hundreds down in the Plain States as well as along the east side. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and we're going to take a look at the next 5 to 6 days, including the tropics. Yes, the tropics are getting active as well as they should. The peak of hurricane season is September 10th, and we're getting a little bit closer to it. We're only about a little over a month out at this point. But we're going to have to keep an eye on it because there's some activity out there. But temperatures across most of the country, it's going to feel like the dog days of summer. As you can see here, very hot out into Central Plains. Right here in the Great Lakes, Midwest, the Appalachians, you do see some yellow. That reflects cloud cover as well as precipitation. And I think there's going to be quite a bit of it in this area here on our Wednesday. Notice what happens on Thursday. Still kind of chilly, if you want to call 70s and 80s chilly, up into the Great Lakes region. Far north, you'll be in the 60s as you head up into Canada, but we're not going to see that down here in the Midwest. You're going to see this area of heat starting to build up as we head on into your, looks like Thursday, Friday now, time frame. You see again lots of heat across the area, heat indices well in the triple digits in this area, and that is going to continue to build towards the east. You can see that here as we head on into your upcoming weekend. Very hot and humid. Does change though out towards the west. We're starting to see a little bit of a weather change pattern in the Pacific Northwest. And then on your Sunday, you see the heat and humidity around the area. So, but kind of plan for that. If you have any outdoor activities, you're going to need to make sure you take water with you. It's going to be, again, very hot and humid across the area. Wednesday, it's going to be wet across the eastern third of the country. You see that there. There's going to be, again, quite a bit of showers and thunderstorms. Anything severe, could be some gusty winds out there, certainly, and some torrential rainfall because it's a very tropical air type of situation we have currently across most of the area. Here on Thursday, it moves more towards the east, starts dwindling a little bit. But this is key. Notice this little arch right there. That's the frontal system that's going to play a part in the tropics as we head on into the next couple of days. Here on Friday, it dries out nicely across most of the Midwest, but it's going to be very hot and humid once again. Saturday, again, could see some severe weather up into Michigan, the Great Lakes region. Still kind of unsettled across the eastern seaboard down towards Florida. And then here on Sunday, a couple isolated pop-up, maybe instability type showers and thunderstorms that we could see here in the Midwest. But basically, it's going to be pretty dry across the area. Now, that rain that we have on Wednesday here in the Midwest is going to play a part of what's going on into the tropics. So let me show you what's going on. Next, this is for Sunday, we are going to have Hurricane Erin. Erin is going to be a major hurricane, but notice this band of showers up in there. That's that frontal system that is going to produce some showers for the Midwest. It's going to continue towards the east, and it's going to grab Erin, and it's going to push it up, I think, towards the north. Right now, it's still too early. It could be a little bit closer to the eastern seaboard. We have to keep an eye on it. But all indications is the fact that it's going to be caught up and then swing up and become what we call more of a fish storm. It's not really going to affect anybody except for some fish out in the Atlantic. And that's good news, but we still have to keep an eye on it because there's still a little bit of uncertainty along with Erin. But also I want to show you another tropical wave way out in the eastern Atlantic. That may come in a little bit lower, and we have to keep an eye on that thing. But once again, we're in August, and so the tropics are going to be really ramping up over the next month and a half. But for us right here in the Midwest, sit back and enjoy some rain on Wednesday, but it's going to get very hot and humid as we work our way into the upcoming weekend. I'm George, the Weather Dad.